How are we doing? We are back once again with the Shout Out Podcast. Season 2 is going amazingly, and today we are joined by the very special, amazing, talented people from Sharpest Side. Lads, how are we doing today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for coming on. Love the Zen background. You guys look very chill at the moment.
Of course. Yeah.
Living our best life.
Yeah.
Lots of oxygen in that room, which is good.
Oh, maybe too much.
So
Like,
fresh.
I've hyperventilated and passed out twice.
Yeah.
But we feel good.
Standard Sharpest Side gig, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
We want to talk not just about your plants. We want to talk about your music, upcoming gigs. We want to find out about the beginning of Sharpest Side, which I guess is kind of where we'll start. Like how it became a band, where you all joined, things like that. How did Sharpest Side form?
It was actually like a mid-lockdown kind of project. The first, maybe like the second lockdown, I lose track of time, but like 2021, I'd had a long time just inside, I guess, as we all did.
Yeah.
And to use some of my time while I was off work, furloughed, etc., I was writing a lot of songs. I've always written a lot of songs, but and actually my wife suggested I'd actually do something with them. So I wrote some vocals for them and just decided to put a band together. And I went on one of those find a musician type of websites, and I found this guy who had.
We became best friends.
We became best friends.
Yeah. Overnight.
Just like that. Never ever had an argument or anything. He's a cool guy. And you just moved here, didn't you?
Yeah.
You moved here from
Overseas.
Yeah. They say that like it's a secret. You can say where from. He's not running from the law. Like, you can't tell
I'm
them.
from a country.
You're from
It's fine. Look, we're not reform voters here. You can tell us what you think. It's all right.
Yeah. There's no immigrant shaming going on here.
There's no immigrant shaming.
Saudi Arabia. New Zealand. Yeah.
It's from
New Zealand. Yeah.
It's from New
Nice.
Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Why would you come here?
I heard about the plants.
The allure of like Hemel Hempstead and surrounding areas took you over. Right?
Yeah, he's never been out of this room.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got him on board. We've actually cycled through a couple of drummers so far, and so yeah, we've been kind of on rotation with that. And I found Freddie actually through Ryan, the drummer, and brought him on board, mostly based on his apartment, which is very
Lovely.
yeah.
Kew Gardens.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it guitarist and then the interior design expert? Which one's your primary role in the band?
You play guitar.
Yeah,
Cool. You should join that.
why didn't you say so?
I just bring the plants to the gig.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
People watching would have no idea that you were like a raging, really hard like pop punk band. You think you were just
Yeah, we
drum
try to
circles.
keep that a secret, This is our mellower side. This is us at home.
This is softer side, not sharper side.
Yeah, this is
There we
soft.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So your first single came out in 2021.
Yeah.
Is this that we all three of you now on that first single then?
No, it was actually me and Ben and the original drummer were on that.
Okay.
You were a three-piece for quite some time.
That is true. We were a three-piece until actually last year. So it was me, Ben, and another drummer. As I say, we had a couple of drummers, which it was good, but it wasn't great.
I mean, you think about like Green Day, Blink-182, the three-piece thing in pop punk is just like.
Are you saying we don't need him? Is that what you're saying?
He's got a lovely apartment.
He has got a lovely apartment, and that was why we chose to break it, because it's just a lot of the music I write just works better with two guitars, and while we can play versions of them live, it's a much fuller sound having two guitar players for us and for that kind of. So
it allows you to kind of focus on the singing a bit more and be the front man.
That is true, yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, I found I was just constantly glued to the mic and trying to play at the same time, which is I can do it, but it's just I prefer having more bodies up there with me to.
Yeah, definitely. And you all look really good when you're on stage together. We've actually it's actually not rare that now that we interview a band that we've actually seen.
Yeah, man.
At the Horn.
Yeah,
your presence is really cool. I want to talk before we really get into the music. your style on stage is just like so cohesive and like really out there. Can you speak a little bit to like how your decisions behind?
Yeah, well, I think for the gig we played with you guys as well, we wore our what are they called? Jackets,
the jumpsuits,
shell suits. That's it. Yeah,
Patented. Yeah,
that was actually Ryan's idea. He wanted to go full body shell suit, but I talked him down to just the jackets. So
they look cool, man. They look really cool.
I'm glad you thought so. We thought it'd be cool to have just something matching. You know, just to give us a little visual cue. You wore a green one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love green.
Oh yeah, the green one's great.
Letting us down now though.
Yeah. No, it was good fun. That
you'd blend into the background too much if you wore green today, so it's good.
Exactly. So now
one of the parts. Yeah.
One of the parts. Yeah, but no, it was just to give a little. We just try and do something, just try and look a little bit interesting. You know, you see lots of bands sometimes. It's nice to have just something memorable about them. Hence the hence the crazy jackets.
And it won't stop either.
Oh no.
They better not.
Crazier jackets to come in the future, or
potentially.
Yeah. In fact, I'm glad you're liking this forest theme because maybe we're going to be, you know, like those ghillie suits. So you won't even know we're on stage.
Full camo outfit.
Exactly. You'll think it's just still the music playing, but actually you occasionally see someone just slowly moving through the grass. He fires and it's all over.
Did that Trey just break a string on stage?
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that?
I remember that.
At least it wasn't the first note. Oh no, it was the first note, wasn't it?
It was the first.
It was the very first note. That was
that was a bad.
I've never seen anyone replace a string so quick in my entire life. That's like, I'm like, if that was me, I probably would have dropped the guitar, had a little cry, and then gone begging people for a guitar. But you literally stood up on there, you had a thing in your mouth, you were just doing that, quick whip round there, and you played the song in like 30 seconds. I wanted to give you a shout out for that because that was really impressive.
Shout out. Yeah, shout out.
I
thought I took the pressure off you nicely by getting a chant going.
Oh yeah, really good.
Did that help?
Oh, really helped. Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
I was shaking.
You did well. Like I've never broken a string on stage. But I always think if I do, I will not be able to do it as quick as that because that was practice.
You'll just have to pass it over. You're the front man. You can just do it for me. Pass it over.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll just give it to one of my many guitar techs I've got. Say I ain't doing this.
Do you all?
No, but you guys, the gigging is obviously like a big part of what you guys do. How's this last year been for gigs? You guys are quite busy, right?
Yeah, I mean, the start of the year was. The last few months have been a little bit quiet. We were in the studio towards the end of last year, and that kind of took priority, getting some songs down on for the EP, which will be coming out soon. We can talk about that later. But it's that studio time kind of took priority. But yeah, gigging is a big part of what we do. As you guys know, for any band, it's your chance to show what you do and to show what it looks like as well. So yeah.
For me, it's like the main reason I do it.
Yeah, totally. It's like the rush and the adrenaline, and because it's a little bit scary sometimes. You're going up in front of a bunch of people. It's a kind of accomplishment when you do it and it's over. And it goes so quick as well. I find that you just blink and you played 4 songs. You've got like a couple left, and you just you kind of want to keep going. Unless that's just me.
Yeah.
So true,
We always talk about like the first 3 or 4 songs. You literally blink, and all of a sudden you're halfway through your set. And you're like, how on earth did that even happen?
I think that will change once I start using a metronome in ear, because I feel I haven't quite mastered the art of playing the songs to time yet.
Yeah, I quite like that though. We don't use a click track live at the moment. Maybe one day we will, but I quite like that. You can change the energy of a song depending on how it's going, feeling the crowd and stuff. I think there's a time and a place for it, but I actually quite like not having it and having it so it leaves a structure. That's what I say. Obviously, if people see us, they probably think these guys should use it.
There's someone with a metronome in the background is really angry.
This is no. They started at 109 and now they're on 73. This is not good.
You've gone off again.
How would you describe, for people that haven't seen you live, if they were to come to one of your gigs, how would you describe your sound live, the experience of seeing you guys live?
Energetic.
Yeah, definitely. Energetic, graceful. That's just you.
Yeah,
Graceful. Oh, yeah, really graceful.
Good hair.
So graceful.
Good
Great
hair.
hair.
Great hair.
Great hair.
Yeah, I think energetic is definitely one.
Quite action packed.
Yeah, definitely. We try and do like some different things. I think at that show we gave away some t-shirts. I say gave away. I think we had a screaming competition for the t-shirts or something like that.
Yeah.
My mate got one. My mate still got it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
My mate's got one. I haven't seen him for ages, but he's
there you go. So like crowd participation, we quite like to do it a little bit and getting the crowd singing as well, which is tricky if it's a new crowd and they don't actually know your songs. You know, if you've got a bit you want to join in with, you kind of have to improvise a little bit and work them through how you want them to join in. But when they do it, it's great and it's a good feeling. So expect to get involved if you come to one of our shows.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward a little bit because I really want to talk about the EP.
Sure.
Not your new one. Let's go a little bit back. The Glass Girls, yeah?
Yeah.
The process of how that kind of came to be.
Yeah, we wrote I actually wrote the whole EP was kind of based around the lead single, which was She Said So, which was the first single to come out. That was January last year, I think. That was a song I wrote a little funny song about Instagram influencers and how people are just kind of led by other people who seem to have social status just because of, they got lots of followers. And that kind of inspired me to just write something, a little kind of satirical take on it. And that song contained the phrase, let's hear it for the glass girls throwing stones, like, a girl made out of glass, judge other people who she to judge, right? And I liked that, and so we centered the whole EP around that, hence the Glass Girls.
I like that.
Yeah.
So do you do most of the writing then, and then you flesh it out with the band?
You could say I do most of the writing. You could say I do all the writing.
Yeah.
So we don't get a choice.
You could say they don't get a choice. Maybe. Nah, yeah.
Say we're out the band if we have an idea.
Watch it. Jeez. Yeah. Hell again.
Blink twice.
Yeah. I remind you of the contract. I write the kind of foundation of the song. I would do, which I think is kind of natural because I'm the singer. I would write the kind of the chords and the vocal melody, and then just take it to the other guys, see what they think, tweak it a little bit, and it definitely embodies more of a band song once the other guys have added their signature to it. Yeah.
A few things get changed along the way. We sometimes spend a bit of time like writing solos and things. And like we sometimes try and bash out some melodies to give you some more stuff to kind of like
play with.
To play with.
It does. So it's a nice mix, and it's a formula that seems to work. I mean, that's what I do it, but yeah. Now is the time to say on a podcast
to millions of viewers worldwide.
Don't really like playing.
I mean, I'm going to put my hands up and say, like, my forte isn't pop punk music. I just love playing it as Chris writes it.
That was going to be a question. What your influences each are? Like, do you all listen to pop punk or?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, my Spotify or any of my listening to music hasn't really changed since I was 15. So apart from apart from like new songs that Paramore do. You guys are probably a little bit more.
No, I'm strictly heavy metal.
I
like playing pop punk, but
I think the main thing is that as a band, all of our grassroots are kind of stemming from the same place. We all grew up on like Green Day, Blink-182, Sum 41, Paramore, all of those kind of classics that we all listen to and still do.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a big like nostalgic element to it. I mean, I say I pop punk is like feels like home for me, but I'm influenced by a lot of stuff, and you know, metal, heavier stuff, some hardcore. I like a lot of hip hop the last couple of years as well.
Nice.
It's even sort of been making its way into songwriting because we've actually had a little bit of rapping going on in there.
Yeah, that's why we wore the outfits as well.
That's why we're yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be out of the band if we
Yeah, exactly. Because I need you guys to be hip hop too. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's great. What I loved about it, because like when I saw you guys, I had no idea what to expect. I hadn't done any looking out when we played with you. And it was like straight back to, like you said, 15, 16, when I started my first band with my mates, and the fun that we would have playing Green Day songs, playing Blink-182. So that was literally where I started in music. We made a band. We covered all the Green Day songs, all the Blink-182 songs. And the energy that you guys had on stage, it really kind of like brings that like nostalgic childhood feeling out of you. And that's why I really wanted you on the podcast to like, just like, this is the shout out. And I wanted to say like you guys are doing something that not obviously it's like, pop punk isn't new, but you guys are really kind of bringing it back.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like that's exactly what we want to be. We want people to see us and it kind of to take them back, but also to think, oh yeah, but it's now, and we're still relevant and being, you know, a little bit modernized, but we're just keeping that sound fresh. So it's just back in the 20s, but that's what I really like, is that it gives some people, and sometimes it's not even older people, it's like younger kids are starting to listen to it and listen to it a bit more, and so it's funny for them to be nostalgic about something that they weren't given the life for, but to be like, I can be nostalgic about the 80s and I wasn't alive then, so
exactly that's just a thing that's never really going to go away. Exactly. You're a really good reminder of that.
Good.
There's quite a good local scene for that music though as well. Like people that have been on this book, like Black Carrot, local punk band. You've got the Skive that we've had some interactions with, but also like I think Slam Dunk's a local festival, right, that has loads of that style of music on, that kind of blends all three of your interests in music into one festival, right? So it's quite a good local scene for that. I remember a band, like I think it was Codename Colin as well. They were kind of a bit different, but they were in that scene as well. So there's a lot of good local music around here.
I remember with because they're kind of Scar as well. They got the haven't they? Yeah, and I know, it comes as a surprise. I'm going to Slam Dunk this week.
I kind of thought you would be. I was going to ask.
No, exactly. But yeah, you're right, and that's a great thing, because around that time it's like a resurgence almost, and it's good that there's still so many like younger pop punk bands coming through. It's not, that festival is not just it's not like it's just the classics. It's also some of the modern
coming things.
So it's a great mix.
Yeah, it's a great day, isn't it? Great.
Is that the dream gig, the dream venue?
That'd be one of them. Yeah, because it's something I've been going to, and it's so local as well. So that would be, you've got cheap, massive festivals and stuff, but I'd like that just because of what it kind of signifies. It's like, in some ways, in this country anyway, it kind of reminds me of a very small version of Warped Tour in the States. That would probably, if that still existed, that would be like the dream gig.
Warped Tour's back, is it not, in America?
That is news to me. I didn't know that.
I think it is.
It's not going to be the same, man.
It is definitely back. I'm pretty sure it's back.
Yeah, I think, because same as like when we were young festival happens in the States too, and I had a ticket to the first one of that in Vegas, but it got cancelled while I was out there. So I'm kind of put off going back to it. Unless if we were playing it, it'd be different. But it's
You're playing it.
Then maybe I'd go.
Yeah, you might turn up.
Check the calendar.
Give him another chance.
What is the local scene like for you guys? Because we're all Hertfordshire based bands. Yeah. How is it treating you?
Yeah, pretty well. I mean, we're lucky, I think, in St Albans to have the horn. Yeah. Because that's so notorious, and any night of the week you get a decent crowd there. Freddie's, you're closer to High Wycombe kind of thing. And we've yet to spread out there. I think we'd like to, since Buckinghamshire, but Hertfordshire's is good, because it's like it's funny, because it's like we say to some people we're a North London based band, and some people we're Hertfordshire, and it kind of, I don't know, the two seem to blend. Hertfordshire's become the North London.
We say the exact same, North London.
Yeah, and the two are kind of interchangeable. because London's gotten so big, it's almost like St Albans is almost like a part of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. We always get a good welcome at the Horn, Hemel Old Town Halls. I mean, that Ben was gutted because he moved, and that he used to have a 30-second walk to the Old Town Hall.
Oh wow,
It's the dream.
Now it's at least
Convenient.
Now it's at least 7 minutes.
Yeah.
that's way too far. That's way too far.
So I don't think we can play there anymore. I'm just kidding.
Not making a joke.
You've also been on well, it's on my hat, Mix 92.6, right, as well with Steve. He's like a massive person for us that we love Steve, and he does a lot for local artists.
We love Steve, yeah. We want to give a shout out for Steve.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
shout out to Steve.
Yeah, Steve. No, Steve is great, and I think he puts on some shows at the Pioneer or Mix 92.6, dude.
Yeah, he's been doing the Pioneer shows. We played one, and then we went and saw it. When did we see it?
It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? The last one we went and saw.
Which should be about a year and a half from when this episode comes out. It was really great. It was really he gets some really talented young.
I saw it, and the Pioneer is such a. I remember it from when I was a kid. Again, harking back, but I played in a band in school, and we used to play the Pioneer. And there's something about that place. And for age, it goes on and off of being like closed down, I think, and not having gigs. And it's so much better for the place when they do have stuff going on because with the history it's got, the bands that have come out there, you know, Enter massive out of their it's so much heritage. It's good that that's still going. And I think we played an acoustic set on Mix 92.6.
Yeah, 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah, that was good fun.
Oh, I didn't hear that. How did that go? How did you find it?
It was good actually. We're doing a lot more acoustic stuff actually.
Okay.
Because it's just a good way to kind of showcase what we can do. Sounds a little bit different, and that was again more suitable for Steve's studio to do the acoustic set. But he often plays new stuff we've got coming out. Gives us support on that radio. We actually met him at Battle of the Bands Final 2023, and he was one of the judges.
Oh, right.
Was it?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No way. I didn't know he did that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
He's the reason we're doing this. We completely stole his idea, basically, of just interviewing local artists.
You should wait. One day you should interview him.
That is like we are desperate.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, I know. That'd be mental if you did. That'd be weird, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be weird interviewing Steve. We always feel like when we're in the studio, we're like
normally he's the interviewer. Normally, projects, but
it'd be very nerve-wracking. He's like the goat of.
Yeah, he is the goat, which is why I take a lot of pride. I once was I was walking down. I live in Berkhamsted, and I was walking down the high street. And I saw a guy coming out of Boots wearing a Sharper Side T-shirt, and it was Steve.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and he told me it's his favorite T-shirt, and I don't have any reason to think he wasn't telling complete truth.
No, he wouldn't lie.
Why would he lie?
He wouldn't lie.
Well, all I know is that he does have a no rest for the spaceman.
No rest for the Steve man. That's a great man.
Oh man, no rest for the Steve man.
No rest for the Steve man.
Maybe that's who we are now. But he does have a no rest for the spaceman T-shirt that he is rather fond of. That's all.
Oh man,
he shouldn't be wearing it though. We signed it for him, so he shouldn't be wearing it.
No.
Don't let him wash it. He'll.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't sign it for him.
Yeah.
If he's wearing it.
That's true. He's wearing it.
Yeah, it's more valuable if you wear it.
That's true. Yeah.
It's more valuable if Steve wears it.
Yeah. What a guy.
So let's just get back on track because you've got a new EP in the works. And
Exclusives.
Yeah. So we actually haven't even announced the release date of it yet. I can tell you it's going to be August. But we have the next single coming out, which is called Not Again, and that will be June 20th.
Nice.
So just over a month away.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
That'll be a few days from when this episode comes out. So guys, there's a pre-save link somewhere, I hope.
There, absolutely. Yeah.
We will put it in the description of the episode.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, we'll be sharing it everywhere. So hopefully people will be sick of seeing the pre-save link by then. But that comes out June 20th. We got a release show that day as well in Brixton.
Nice.
Which should be pretty cool. Yeah.
What's the venue?
It's called Off the Cuff.
Off the cuff in Brixton. That's wicked.
I haven't played there before, but I think it's in a converted railway arch, I'm told.
That's cool. I've always wanted to play in one of them. I think the sound in that.
Yeah. It's loud because it's
it's so loud. It's all concrete and it's like
and we actually played a converted railway arch once before in Bow. You look at me like you don't remember.
No, I don't remember this.
You were 100% there.
Probably.
You played really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You too.
Thanks, mate. But that'll be cool. June 20th.
Nice.
Cuff and Brixton for the new single "Not Again."
Big shout out, guys! You guys are crushing it, man. Can't wait to hear it.
I reckon we get some songs on the playlist.
You get some songs on the playlist too, Dan.
So we've got a shout out podcast playlist. What we're going to do is we always add one of your songs on there. So between the three of you can choose what song you want on the playlist, and then you can each choose a song. It can be huge artists like Green Day, for example, or it could be another local small band that you want to add on there. But everyone that's come on has added their music, and hopefully it's like a playlist of local independent music with also people's influences. So fire away. What Sharper Side song do we want on?
Ooh, good choice. I think we should do something new.
Oh, okay.
I think we should do something new. What do you reckon?
I mean, Scars is a good choice.
Scars is a good choice. But now this looks bad because now if I say something, I'm going against two of these.
It is 2 against 1, but technically lead singers count for 5 votes. So
thank you very much. Can you put that in writing and I can't find that rule anywhere. It's definitely
we used to it with Charlie. We learned the word no, and that's all we hear.
But I think we should do flat out.
Flat out.
I was going to say, I think it has to be flat out. The new single. We don't get to talk about, but you've got your new single flat out. Let's get it on the playlist.
I think so.
Get it on the playlist.
Stay fresh, stay relevant.
Great tune.
So it's 5 votes. That was very convincing.
Yeah, so it's 5 against 2.
You know what? I'm feeling generous. Scars is going on there as well. Scars is going on as well.
Oh, you are a sweetheart, Dan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give
it's what Steve would want us to do. So
that is what Steve would want.
So then we need another song from another band.
You each get one.
You each get a song.
Each get one. Oh, I know what mine's going to be.
I know what yours is going to be.
We have some weird entries now, by the way. The last band, City Lake, added on a Shrek is something. I don't know, Shrek is love song. So feel free to get as weird as you want on the playlist.
I said Nickelback's not even that bad.
You were going to say Nickelback?
Freddie was. Obviously.
No, I wasn't actually. I wasn't.
What's wrong with Nickelback?
No,
nothing.
We're big fans. What?
Freddie's favourite.
It's whenever I try and get us to do anything at band practice, Freddie then just goes into the same Nickelback riff, which is a song called Hollywood, and then we play it for like 3 minutes and forget what we were trying to do.
Are we adding Hollywood in?
No, I think we should do Air Hostess by Busted.
Okay, nice.
That's like Busted. Love it.
Great choice. Great.
Right, that's in.
Oh, I don't know. It's vast, isn't it?
It is vast. Do you want something from a local band, or do you want it? Can it just be
whatever you want? Whatever you want. You can put a local band if you want, or you can go for a Kylie song if that's what you're feeling.
Wait, Kylie's not local.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not anymore.
No.
Only Australia, so she's kind of local to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sister, isn't it?
Yes, your sister or something. Yeah.
Somehow it'll be
like second. Even she's your sister. She's like a little bit older than you.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Not much.
4 years.
Yeah.
You know. No disrespect to Kylie.
Yeah, we put a Kylie song.
We don't disrespect Kylie on this podcast.
No, we know. Big love for
She's
Kylie.
on next week. Don't be horrible. She'll
yeah, that's true.
Pick any Kylie song.
Any Kylie song.
Oh, she's going in. Okay.
Yeah, she's going in. What's that?
Oh shit! Yeah.
No, actually, there is actually a Kylie song I really like. It's like a guilty pleasure when it comes on there.
Got to sing it for us.
Oh man,
got the guitar
I
there.
know that one.
Yeah, I can.
How did it go?
I can't even remember. Do yours first.
What are you gonna?
Love at First Sight. It's called Love at First Sight.
Love at First Sight. There we go.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be like a really long joke because she's got a song called "Can't Get You Out of My Head," and I thought you were doing like I forgot the song.
Man.
I really thought that was the punchline. I was waiting for that to come in. I didn't want to spoil
Edit it out. Let's do that. No, don't. I mean, that would have been good, but I can't. The moment's passed. Damn.
And a serious song.
A serious song.
Okay, an actual good song.
I can't. That's a great song. Where's this hate for Kylie come, man? What are you gonna pick?
Well, Kylie's my pick. I think.
Oh, is Kylie yours?
Yeah, I'll take her.
She's yours.
This is Kylie.
Yeah. No,
Go on, let's give us a banger.
give us a good one.
Oh,
Cowboys from Hell.
okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna diversify the playlist a little bit.
Kylie and Pantera. Yeah.
Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. That's your pick.
Cowboys from Hell, Pantera. Let's get him.
I pick Busted. So
Honestly, the playlist is so crazy. I don't think that will really change.
I'm gonna be scared to like have it on at home because I'll be enjoying a little bit of Busted, a little bit of Kylie, and then it's Pantera.
Yeah. It's a wild playlist, guys. I'm talking to the audience. Guys, you have to check out the playlist now.
I'm going to go and check it out.
So amazing.
We've got like French rap in there. We've got French EDM. We've got weirdly, we've got all of our songs in there. A bit egotistical from the first episode.
I don't know how they got it.
You've got a plug.
Yeah, but it's a good playlist.
It's a great playlist. Thank you for adding those tunes. And yeah, the new single Flat Out, we love that one. So glad that was on the playlist. Any more shout outs before we go?
We've done Kylie, haven't we?
Have we done Kylie?
I think we've done Kylie.
Great. Thank you so much, lads, for coming on the show. It's been so much fun. Good luck for everything that's happening. We're really excited for the new EP. And thanks, Dan, for hosting with me. And thank you for watching this episode of the Shout Out Podcast with Sharper Sight. It's been so much fun. They're crushing it at the moment. You guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell to get notified when they come out. We've got loads of shorts coming out. We've got loads of fun stuff in the works. So take it easy and peace.
Au revoir.